right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
Back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up, I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the New York Giants. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready up. 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Shoot. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll try the right side here. Barkley.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Jones. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That's taken on the 25. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off play action. Glenn. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Glenn. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and it's 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Glenn got his target, Samuel. And out across midfield down to the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
They'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for it. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the 1st half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Glenn, and he's got the hook up to Moore. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Give him 30 yards there.
Ready.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Show it up. Check 43. Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch.
Hey, Sam off.
Check out 3. Deuce.
Hey, Jet. Go.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
He's crossing. He's checking crossing.
They'll run with Scarlett. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal.
Check 13. Leo.
McCaffrey. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. They lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have better.
There goes Sterling Shepard. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Sterling Shepard with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Big Sears right here. We got to step it up. Hey, high 7. Now. Watch 57. Don't let it breathe. Don't let it.
To throw again. Glenn. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
18 Gator. 59, Mike to 59. Lawyer John.
Jones now on 1st and 10 to Barkley on the check down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Saquon Barkley running right. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Ready? 70.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
Slam, slam, slam. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Jones off the bootleg. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Hey, watch the slant. Check it back. Pilot, 64, weak. Check. Ready.
He'll pitch it. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Footing's definitely going to be an issue because it's tough to make those quick cuts that you're used to making on a soggy track. In fact, a Hall of Fame runner once told me, cut on your heels in this type of weather. Gives you better balance.
I got him. You go tight. Go.
On third down, Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 16.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his side...
And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
The Panthers take over first and 10. Let's go. At their own 35-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Safe. Check 9. Check 3. Go on.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 50-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 60 out now. Give me that ball, defense.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
To throw on third down, Glenn. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Undercut. Slant. Check nickel. Joker. Look at me. Go. Gotta get moving, man. Man moving. You gotta get that. 50 steps.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his 16th touchdown of the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point try good by Gano, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game.
14, Panthers 10.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This will be taken. And, oh, that is going to be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
That's a lot of points. And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now.
Ready.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. B.J. Goodson with a pick. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it first and goal.
First and goal at the 40-yard line.
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll bring up a second and goal.
Keep playing the Panthers 6-yard line. On the ready. Let's get it. Mike, check. 59. What we got?
The toss out to Barkley. Now Barkley stripped of the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 50, the 40. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. McCaffrey on the counter. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Here we go. 18 Gators.
On 3rd and 2, Glenn flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down, and inside the 5-yard line.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Gano's kick is good. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turn that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
I can't believe they even let you play. Watch the shit. Let's go.
From the gun, Glenn. That's going to be caught by Samuel. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, 77 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now Jones throwing on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Cody Latimer, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. A sensational one-handed grab in the end zone for the score. Looked like you at the Davis Turkey Bowl every year in the backyard in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, you're so kind. That's definitely in my mind. But how about this? They always tell guys going after the ball to
now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A good run on first down. It's got him very close to the line to gain, just shy of the 35.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Hurry. Check. Watch twist.
They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked very aware that those could happen on any given down.
Leo.
Now a give, right side, McCaffrey. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Check 4. Big end. Check 52. Hey, lock it. 5.
They'll run it with Scarlett, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Kill. Turn up. Rock it. Rush in.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
6 guys.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 51 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
Come get some. He don't want it. Check. Greystone, travel. 59's Mike. Check. 59. Steve River.
Now Jones gets this one to Juszczyk. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Check. Lucky. Wide. Get wide.
Operating from the gun, Jones. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
It's now 4th down.
So on 4th down, on comes the Giants kicker, Aldrick Rosas. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. Rosas' kick is good. And with that, they move ahead by a point here in this 3rd quarter. So that drive began at their own 3. They wind up getting 3 out of it.
And to me, the mentality to begin the drive, that was probably the key to everything. Let's just make sure we take care of the football, give ourselves some room, and maybe punt it away. Instead, it started at the 3, and it ended with 3 points.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Switch.
Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
To throw on 2nd down. Glenn. Open man is Samuel. Complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 33. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing on 1st down. Glenn, he'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Coming to you. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Topper. Look at me. Zipper. Check 59. I got you. Get it.
Jones now on 1st down. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. You don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Jones operating from the gun. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
You draw quarters. Hey, exit. 59. Ready to go. Watch the slap. Watch the go.
On fourth down, Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eli Harrell, and the Panthers will get the football back. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Back to throw. Glenn, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the fourth quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the fourth quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
So a big play coming for the Panthers. They'll go for 2. From the gun, Glenn. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
He
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Giants are once again going to retake the lead. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. Now Jones from the downhill throw. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Pilot, 64, we get it.
On 1st and 10, Glenn firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Now a run with McCaffrey. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Hey, Haywood. Ready?
He'll look to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
So another big shot dodged there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory. And I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
Back to throw. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Well, they did the part they had to do. Quick throw got the 1st down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Going back to Moore. This time he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Break. Here we go. Check 13. Check 13. Yeah.
McCaffrey. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll look to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Glenn. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field. Have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Glenn. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the